I went over the rules. I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
Switching. I need you to switch back on. Get focused. Get your mind back on the job. Get back out there and win the...
Let's do it.
evening. We are live from one of the world's most beautiful arenas. This is Falcor Bay. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
It's time for our tale of the tape. Muhammad Ali. He stands 6'3" tall with a 78-inch reach. And he'll be going up against Vitaly Klitschko. 6'7" tall, 200 and... Muhammad Ali, the greatest of all time, fighting out of Louisville, Kentucky. Float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. Vitaly Klitschko. Here comes one of the greatest fighters ever to come out of Ukraine. Talk about an intimidating specimen.
Weight-wise, it's going to be a talent, because when you get hit with those shots, it's going to hurt, and we're going to feel it.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist and legend of boxing, the only 3-time lineal heavyweight champion of the world. He floats like a butterfly and stings.
And of course, we fight outside today, Johnny, and that's going to put a little extra strain on both of these fighters' conditioning.
This is like being at a carnival. The fans are happy to be outside, and on top of that, they've got a fight to watch.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. Great to have you with us for this all-action affair. We expect big things, and I don't think we're going to be disappointed. Defense is not an option for these two. There's a counter shot. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. They exchange punches. How about that time counter shot? A typical outside fighter, as you know, focuses on defense, stick and move, stick and move.
God, this is what it's all about. Hit and don't get hit. Jab, move, pop, slip. Use your footwork. Drive your opponent crazy.
Counter punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Missing with the hook. Nice exchange here from both men. Time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with that jab. Good counter punching. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Ali in that last round. I promise you all. Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
God, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Ronda Rousey once told me when she gets into a fight, her mentality was minimum effort, maximum efficiency.
Speed generates power. Timing is everything. If you've got speed, you can pop, knock anybody out. You've just got to hit them in the right spot.
Catch and shoot. Just missing with the right uppercut. Both trying for a knockout. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter. They have no respect for each other's punching power. That counter punch caught him clean. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. The perfect counter lands. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that. There's the bell for round 3. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter punch. Those counter punches have to hurt. Punch, counter punch. Straight right just misses. And he scores with the counter. And he misses with that straight left. Well done with that counter shot. Shot lands. Just misses with that uppercut. Nice counter shot. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, this is the time that the... Let's go out there. There's the bell for round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Punch. Beautiful counter shot. You don't want to trade shots. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
And they figure out the combination to this safe.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven. Nice slip to avoid the jab. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power.
first. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. Well, we know they've got the... On to the fifth we go. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. Nice counter shot. He threw a punch and just got countered. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use blame over brawn.
Nice counter punch. Misses with the jab. Nice counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. That jab doesn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. And around the... There's the bell for round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
Beautiful counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt... Oh, and Klitschko just got rocked! A much better game plan here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Beautiful counter shot. That jab misses. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ali in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity. Here comes round 7. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Can't score with that jab. This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. They hit like heavyweights, but they move like middleweights. Truly elite level stuff here.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Klitschko in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work deep. And we enter the 8th round. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Both men step back for just a moment. Good counter punching. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Catch and shoot. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. No rest for the weary. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, you don't see it very often, but